you everyone for coming to the meeting tonight. We do have three things that we would consider adding. One is an executive session. One is fireworks permit. It was just turned in. And sign cleaning contract.
I move that we add those to agenda in an appropriate place.
All right.
Second it.
Is there any further discussion on that? All right, hearing none. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right. Approval of the minutes of July 28th. Sorry about that.
So moved.
I'll second that.
All right. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right. Your turn.
First off, we have a driveway permit. This is one that we talked about before in Pinkoski property. They were gonna originally put it on the middle road, and with conversation with them, we're now moving it on Mountain Avenue.
So you're good now that it's been updated?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion we approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? It's unanimous.
Okay.
Before you go on, Kim, there's no signature thing for the,
The countersign on the end.
Oh, right, okay, I'll have to.
maybe George and I will just sign it.
Yep.
You can fill it in later.
Yep.
Okay, next I have, we've been doing extensive work on Squares Road. It was all ground, but Fuller paving. At this time, we've removed some of the culverts and replaced some culverts. We're also adding material to help build the base up. The only thing is going to be a little bit over budget on this project. I believe it's what, $185,000 for road reconstruction and paving.
What are you thinking?
I'm hoping we can do it less than 30,000 over. I'm thinking it could be less than that, but we're the material. But the thing is, we're putting, $140,000 worth of tire down. We need to have a base in there which wasn't in there previously to help hold that tire. So whatever we're doing is improvement for a base to help support it. So just for an update on that. The other thing I got, the 2019 green Mack dump truck, the transmission we've also had noise issues, complained about it. The dealership never did nothing about it, and now that it's up there, they're checking it out and said transmission's no good. And this has been ongoing since day one of noise in that transmission. I just learned today that we were going to move the truck to Viking to fix a front PTO shaft, and Viking contacted them and had tore the transmission apart. I didn't realize that they're actually dismantled the transmission like they did.
So that was done without your authority?
Yes. Or my knowledge.
Gotcha.
Previously, when I first found out that the transmission needed to be replaced, I talked to Jimmy Earl's truck repair, and he said roughly a transmission was $7,100, and install be about $9,000 for a new transmission to put in that truck. I think we ought to investigate this down the road, because we've also had issues from day one, to see where we can go with it with Mack and Eaton, the transmission. Robert and I had a conversation.
Did we get any further with service orders at all? Because I know we couldn't get our hands on them, and we have an off-the-record source that's saying that the service records do exist
They do exist.
in the new dealer's office,
Yeah, what happened?
but the new dealer's saying they don't.
they Mike Sheldon sold the business to
Yeah.
the company, and now they claim that, which I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Because if somebody bought a truck 2 months prior to the transfer of the ownership, that warranty and all that stuff, information should be there, and they claimed this, ours is this. So we're gonna have to
So
follow
the-
up some investigation in there.
There's no documentation at the dealership then of,
Pardon me?
there's no documentation at the dealership as far as the
We-
truck going
They,
in.
they never sent us anything here. The only thing they sent us was purchase stuff.
They sent us bills, but they didn't.
But there's
send
no
us
documentation that there's a noise in the transmission, brought it in,
There-
couldn't find anything.
Right
we're,
here.
we're pretty confident that there is in their records, but we don't have it here. Is the issue.
That kinda leaves you with no leg to stand on.
Right, that's right. That's the issue. Unless you can get into the service records of Sheldon, which is now out of business. Which, again, we have an off-the-record source that's saying they exist
They
up
should.
there,
They should be
but
somewhere.
the new dealer's telling you they don't. So I don't know where you would go.
So my thought right now, the truck is dead in the water,
Torn apart.
torn apart, which I didn't know, is put a transmission in it, then we deal down the road of try to get reclaim.
How much more is a transmission with them gonna cost than like Jimmy Earl?
I don't know. That's something I gotta find out. I just found out late this afternoon.
That it was tore apart.
When Viking called back, because they were supposed to take it up there, up the road, to do the work on it, the PTO shaft, the shore shaft. That's how I found out. My thought is they pulled the bottom pan and saw issues.
Yep.
You know, just,
Well, there's nothing we can really do now, so
I will be calling Mac
it's got to get fixed.
in the morning and have a conversation with him.
But I think you're right. I think we got to explore our options
And
after it's done.
if their price is more than, Earl's or whoever, it might be worth it to have record go get the darn thing. It depends on
What the
what the
money is.
value is.
I was going to say it depends on what they're going to quote you.
I mean, there's gonna be a fee for the record charge.
It's about $1,000 to get it down here.
Well,
If
obviously,
they're
it's,
11 and he's 10 and it's going to cost 1,000 to get here, you
Yeah.
might as well just do it
I'll
there.
do it there.
but at this point, the truck's not doing us much good.
It's not doing any good,
Yes,
other than saving miles on it,
yeah.
that the other trucks are getting the miles put on.
What's the mileage on
It's
that truck? You know?
34,000,
Nothing.
just over 30. It's interesting because I talked to a person that buys all Mack trucks and they've steered away. They're actually buying a Mack truck from Albany now.
Different dealer.
Dealer.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else, Kay?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right, approval of the warrants, they're right here, if anybody wants to check them out, we will look at them. Any guests tonight? Any public comments? All right, Carol,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm good. So I originally had my name put on the agenda because the school board wants to send a letter to all of the taxpayers in the Mill River Union School District. So it's Clarendon, Shrewsbury, Wallingford, and Tinmouth. And we were hoping to get them in the tax notices, but being that the last minute didn't work out for me, that we've already gotten our tax bill, so we know that's not a possibility. So we, the board voted at our last meeting to do a mailing, our own mailing. So, but I figured I'm already on the agenda, so I might as well come down and talk to you a little bit about what's in the letter, because it's regarding Act 73 and how that's going to impact As far as we know, we have no, I think a lot of unintended consequences that are gonna come out of this. And Rich Clark is here, he's also on the school board, so if you guys have any questions for us, we're here to answer those. The only request I have, and I guess I'm not sure who would do this, is if we can get, like a spreadsheet with the names and addresses of basically your the grand list, so that we can send this letter to all of the taxpayers, including second homeowners and businesses and
Of course,
stuff like
that's
that.
just our town, obviously.
Just our town, and how many copies, I mean, well, if I got the list, then I know how many copies. of
That would
it.
be the town clerk.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
sure.
So I'll-
Gloria would take care of you.
All right, so I'll email her. So I just want to do a quick review. I'm not gonna read it, although that would be, the easiest for me. But the summary by effective dates when these things are gonna take place. So the first thing that's gonna take place, and already has taken place, is a change in the way school choice and independent schools are paid for. And there's new requirements for what independent and school choice schools, what tuition, there's new requirements as to how many students in that particular independent school or school choice school are public tuition students. And if it's, I believe the number is less than 50%, then the state will not pay tuition to go to that school. There's also a lot of requirements about taking kids and all of that. But
25.
but if there's kids already enrolled,
25%.
no, they moved it up to 50.
They lowered it to 25.
They lowered again? Okay, well, anyway, like I said, and, but anybody who's already attending those schools, which we're not a school choice district, so for the public schools, it won't affect us, but it could have impact on kids who are unable to attend other independent schools who have school choice, might choose to come to Mill River, so hopefully that can have a positive impact on us. The class size minimums, they have class size minimums, and we currently meet those minimums, even in our small schools. So we're feeling, good about that. The school district consolidation, you probably all know, originally Scott wanted to go down to 5 districts, but there is a committee and they meet, and those meetings are public if anybody's sitting around on in the morning on the day of the meetings, and you can tune in. And they've had 2 meetings so far of the consolidation committee. And they have basically set out their charge, and they've set the conditions for which they will try and meet the school districts as they try and consolidate them. Each district will be between 4,000 and 8,000 students. So that means there'll be one superintendent for 4,000 to 8,000 students, and there'll be one school board. So, so that's going to be interesting. We have currently 779 students enrolled.
That's the district, right?
That's the whole district. We have 779. We have more students that attend because we do have tuition students. We have students from Ludlow, Mount Holly, and then the usual surrounding towns. I think one of the things that we talked about at our last school board meeting, is trying to reach out to the surrounding districts to see if we can proactively combine and make recommendations to this committee once those districts come out. I mean, one of the original plans had us with Bennington, had Mill River with Bennington School District, and I'm like, really? How's that working, So hopefully we can get something that's more centralized. But it is going to be different because after not this March, not 26, but 27, I think it was starting 27 or 27 is the last year, March 27th, that we'll vote for our own school directors. So that's going to be, there's going to be new voting wards, et cetera. I actually applied to be on the school district voting ward study committee, whatever it's called, and I'll find out September 10th whether I'm on that. There's 2 school board members on that, and then a bunch of other like principal, association, superintendent, and legislators on that. So hopefully I'm going to advocate for keeping some of the traditional districts that were that existed before for the voting wards. So
Why are they doing all this changing? I don't,
they think it's going to save
Consolidation.
money. They think it's going to save money. That's number one, property tax reform. And the second is they think it will result in more equitable opportunities for students.
Well, is there any talk in what you've heard about closing schools?
Well, more around, yeah, so they are looking at larger high schools, but in order to do that, they gotta build them. We don't have them. We don't have Mill River could hold 800 students. But they're talking about having, a school with 2,000 students. Rutland can't hold much more than that. All our other schools are pretty small. So, there's gonna have to be a construction fund, which they have not addressed at all. As far as elementary schools, I think that there's gonna be less inclination to close small schools, because small schools actually end up being economically less expensive than bigger schools.
For a long time in the old system,
counterintuitive,
Shrewsbury was the least expensive school in the state.
Exactly. So that's going to be interesting. One of the things we're doing in terms of maintenance is trying to keep our buildings in good shape, because, you guys have probably seen on the budget, we usually put on a building fund.
Yep.
And we've been using that building fund, like in Clarendon. I don't know if you've been down there, but the parking lot's finally
Yep.
been
right,
paved.
and out back to
Yeah,
the football
and
field.
yeah, and well, that's a water
Issue. Yeah.
issue, but so in fact, we had building and grounds just before I came here, and we talked about the football, soccer field, and how something needs to happen with that field. So, we were talking about how to present that to the voters and maybe get approval for that. One of the other things about, as far as taxes is, there's property tax reform, which means that instead of the property tax credit that's currently in place, there's a homestead property tax exemption based on income. And so homeowners with an annual household income of $115,000 or less will be allowed to exempt a portion from 90% to 10% of their house site value, up to $425,000 from their property taxes. So they're hoping to give some relief to property owners, who have trouble with
Isn't
their
that already
taxes.
happening for your whole
Yeah, it's just going to be a different
Formula.
formula. Yeah. And that section takes effect in July 1, 2028. Most of these do. There was something else I wanted to highlight for you guys.
The vote on the budget.
Yes, you don't get to vote on the budget after, so that's gonna be, and, so after July
The vote gonna
1st,
be statewide or
2028,
something?
it's gonna be a foundation formula,
Oh,
so
the new
every,
district.
yeah,
Got it.
within whatever the new districts
Got
are. In terms of our district and our current funding and the formula that's been recommended, we're right underneath that formula. So this is not gonna save taxpayers in our towns a lot of money. But, and they're actually revisiting this, and I don't know, Rich, if you wanna talk about this, because some districts, like Fairhaven, Slate Valley, for instance, has a much lower per pupil expenditure. Their taxes are actually gonna go up. So the towns that have been really, had lower tax, I don't know what actual taxes are, and their tax rate, though, there's a lot of towns that are gonna see increases from this legislation. That's why I say a lot of unintended consequences. We'll see what happens in, January we'll see what happens in the next, I think, when do they have to have those maps by? December, I think.
Yeah, but it'll come up in the next legislative session.
Yeah, so they're gonna present them in the next legislative session. So that'll give us a little bit more idea of where we're gonna be falling in terms of who we're gonna be consolidated with. Or the whole thing could fall apart. Who knows, you know?
You know,
But-
Well, I
people,
see some
everybody says, well,
problems.
no on a budget.
Yeah, yeah, sitting on the board, we see, we are kind of scratching our heads, you know.
Do you have our state representatives at some of your meetings?
We did have a meeting. Did you guys, any of you come? We had a community conversation, and we invited all the senators and all the representatives, like Shrewsbury and Tinmouth have different representatives from Clarendon
Yeah.
and Wallingford, and they all came. We did it. It was hybrid, so they were up in the legislature. They were
David
voting on
Weeks
this
came in
thing.
person.
Yeah.
Huh?
David Weeks came in person.
Yeah, David Weeks came in person, and it was a great conversation. We are planning on doing that again, having another invite, maybe after the results of the redistricting committee come out. I don't know. We'll talk about it as a.
So is this
board.
committee taking testimony or just whatever they're deciding?
I think it's what they're discussing, but then once they come up with whatever these three, they're supposed to come up with 3 plans.
Yeah.
Then I think they'll have public meetings, and that's where the public will get to give input, and so we'll be sure to be on top of that. I know it's a lot, but anyway, the letter has all that information. We're gonna send it out to all the taxpayers, so they know you guys aren't making these decisions. School board's not making these decisions.
Do you know what this is gonna cost you guys to do that?
To
Send out the letter?
Well, we lucked out in Tinmouth. They do, the town does a weekly or a monthly newsletter, and if I get it to her by the beginning of next week, Gail's gonna put it right in there. And Shrewsbury Times might be the same. I'm gonna look into that. So I think we had between 1,000 and 1,500 to print, fold, and mail. So that's why I want to get it in.
Are you doing them as a bulk mail or are you doing them as
No,
a?
we're gonna do them to
Regular mail.
taxpayers, to the grand list
okay.
people, the taxpayers.
Yep.
And then we'll also probably have it on all of the, there's school newsletters that go out, so all of the,
Yep.
and any of you, you don't have to be a parent. You can sign up for the school newsletters. It's really good. You get to see what's happening, and they're nice descriptions of Clarendon and Mill River for you guys might be interesting.
Well, I'm still getting the email from you guys, so.
Yeah, see, so, so you can sign up. We have, obviously all our board meetings are, open to the public. We have a hybrid, so you can actually watch it as it happens, and you can comment publicly. And
Is there a link to that on your website?
there's a link on the agendas which are posted on the website.
Oh.
Okay, and then we also have a community conversation before our second meeting of the month, which is the 3rd Wednesday. That makes sense. And the community conversations is just an open dialogue. We usually, our last one was on cell phone. I don't know if you guys heard, but we have a cell phone policy now in Mill River where they're banned from bell to bell. So this was after a whole bunch of engagement with the community, with the faculty. We did a meeting last spring around community engagement, around cell phone policy, and most of the feedback, I would say 90% of the feedback is positive. People want to see it. Everybody kind of recognizes that the reliance on cell phones by kids is not healthy, and now the state passed a law that says by next July 1, you have to have one. So we're ahead of the curve, as usual. And
The age-old concern from parents was, well, what if I have to get a hold of my kid?
Yeah,
Call the
yeah.
That's what the office is for.
Yeah, we have the office. We have the office. Yeah, it's gonna be an adjustment, but we've studied a couple of other schools that have done it, Champlain Valley and Virgins, I think. And the kids at first, of course, were a little dubious, but they actually see the benefit in it. Parents are the tougher sells sometimes because, like you said, they want to be able to get in touch, and they have, everybody has concerns about whether their kid can get in touch with them if they have to. But we think that there's a phone in every classroom. There's, ways to get in touch with your kid if you want to.
The world we live in today.
It ain't the old times. Yeah, no, and you have to adjust.
It works. You'll be happy you did it.
Yeah, thank you. Rich, did
It
you have
works.
anything you wanted to add, or did I?
Nope.
Okay.
Silent partner.
Silent partner. Support. Okay.
Well, thank you for the info.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
and anytime, I'd be happy to come and tell you what's going on.
Get some updates on some of this issue though.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will.
They sure
I'll let
will.
you know. I do
Get-
get updates every week from the School Board Association now, and they're pretty,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to share those. Come and share those.
Well, because of PEG TV.
Yeah, it's so people can hear it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so-
And I invite anybody who's watching this that we also have our meetings, and they're on YouTube. You can just look for Mill River School Board meetings, and they come up on YouTube. So,
Well, that's good. Thank you.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Moving right along.
Ms.
Does
Ashley.
anyone, before Ashley speaks, does anybody have any more questions for Carol? Doesn't look
Oh.
like
John doesn't want to ask anything.
it. All right, Ashley, what's up?
I'm good to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to quickly go through this list of delinquent people. There is a lot on here that we have talked about before. They've been on here for years. I wrote tax sale next to the ones that I plan on putting up for tax sale. You guys gotta tell me. I mean, we have been beating these people up for years trying to get them to pay. But the unlanded mobile homes is where I'm really thrown off, because previously I've been told, like, nope, we're going to be stuck with them, and it is what it is. So these people just still aren't paying their taxes. They have to pay their taxes. And so top one, Richard Bowen died in 2014. I sent this to Board of Abatement. They said there's nothing they can do about it. Death is something that is part of an abatement and that should have gone through. However, the problem being is this trailer is on Jack Bowen's property. And Jack, I guess, somehow is renting out the trailer, and the new owner that's up there is buying the property that this trailer is now sitting on. Again, it shouldn't be his problem to have to pay that either, but they're trying to figure that out. So that one's kind of still up in the air.
Well, if they're buying the property and its taxes are owed, but is this?
It's an unlanded mobile
This is
home.
unlanded
Yeah.
on his property.
So is the proper way so that while the sale's going on, the town files a lien so that we get paid in the process?
I think that's a possibility.
I think you have to ask you'd have to ask the town's lawyer
Who's gonna pay the lien?
when it's a
It's due at the
requirement
sale.
it's due at the sale.
He's not buying the mobile home.
He's buying the land though, so
He's
the
buying
mobile
the land.
correct, but the mobile
the-
home's
and
on the
the
land.
land and
so
the
if you have a
contents.
lien, you have a lien, you
Yep.
get paid at closing.
Yeah. Okay.
It comes.
He's planning on taking care of this, but it's all just a mess.
I guess
it's
what I would
obviously
say
been
is
a mess for.
Word is one thing, but actually having a lien to make
Right.
sure that we get paid is a different thing. So,
Yes, absolutely.
So that's something that I would get with.
so I guess I would go ahead and make a motion to authorize the delinquent tax collector to file a lien, if appropriate, on the Bowen estate.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? My question is,
Do you have a lawyer that you contact periodically?
She has the lawyer she uses to do
For
sales.
delinquent tax sales, yes.
All right, I just want to make that clear.
Yep.
All right, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next one, Carol Buffum was a day late coming in paying his taxes. He came the night that they were due. And it was very clear that he came because there was a specific truck here and he saw it. However, he has not contacted me at all with monthly anything since taxes were due last October. I'm not really sure where we go with that. He's due, I mean, he pays every year.
Is it for his property or his mother's?
I'm not
Because I think she's
Says
in,
rental apartment.
Says it's a rental.
Land.
Business, rental apartments, and land. So it's where his business is.
Well, his
That's one of
mother's
them
house
should
might be
be.
used for rental.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
But it says 7 BC.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it says that, yep.
Sorry, I don't know who
That's
lived
the
where, so.
Yeah.
This was at his garage, right?
This is
I
garage.
would guess that's, you know.
Yes.
What are you recommending?
I think maybe we wait until after this, you know, this October 15th, when he comes in to pay, because he'll be here on the 15th, if not, you know, the day before, and hopefully,
See what happens then.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Is he aware that this is, there's a,
Well,
there's
every
a,
month.
okay.
Yep, so in every month, everyone gets a delinquent tax notice with my cell phone number, and I write right on there, call or text, like, I just need communication.
And this,
So-
this number goes up every month, right?
Yep.
Just in the interest of time, I'm willing to, the ones that Ashley has written tax sale next to, I'll make a blanket motion that all of those that have tax sale written next to, we authorize her to begin proceedings.
Can I just say one thing before that happens?
Go ahead.
Only because we have to be able to approve the minimum bid as a town.
You need to be careful on mobile homes.
So can I
'Cause
speak
we
to
don't-
that for a second? I know that there's been a hesitancy to put up unlanded mobile homes in the past, but this is something that comes up time and time again when we have our external audit, and the external auditors have frankly said that it's a cop-out on the town's part, that they will continue to rack up this liability of these charges every year if you don't deal with them. And so even if that means that you end up owning them, then you send them for scrap and you be done with it. And that was their very hard opinion on this matter. So I would still recommend that you would move forward with tax sale, even if it is an unlanded mobile home, just from, they've hammered us year after year on this. And it's something that you do need to deal with.
What I know from the, Carrera's getting rid of several mobile homes, it costs them $3,000 to $6,000 to get rid of one. Not, scrap is not a possibility. I mean,
Well, right,
money.
but
So that's what we'll have as a liability, is to get rid of it.
yes, but then you won't have to deal with it again.
Well, that is true.
Well, is it better to pay $3,000 to $6,000 to get rid of them, or just let them sit there and rot?
Well, that's the question.
If they're unlanded-
that's a separate
if
issue.
they're unlanded.
If the town ends up owning some of them, it's not saying you've got to deal with getting them disposed of within, they got 12 months to renew anyway, to redeem.
So we own them and let them sit there. Is that what you're getting at, Don?
That's my question, is it, you know, you're gonna pay to get rid of them
Either way.
either way.
But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is there's a redemption period too.
Yes,
So
there is.
if you put 3 up for tax sale, you've got 12 months to make a plan for what you're going to do down the road with the, you know, if you've got 3, or maybe at the end of 12 months it's 1 and you've got to get rid of 1. You know, I mean,
And you hope that in those, you know, in that time that people are threatened. I mean, I write that I'm gonna send them to tax sale. And then, you know, actually having it happen, that's
Yeah.
another thing. Maybe they'll actually come and pay.
yeah.
So make your motion, my friend.
I did make it. I'm waiting for a second.
Second.
Any further discussion on that motion? All right, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And of course, you're gonna keep us up to speed with
But I
like a
think
lot of hex
we've
sale.
got a couple more to talk about though by the
I
looks.
just have two, I think it's just two really more. One being the 7B storage place, William Morrissey, it's on the second page. They are very hit and miss. I
Yeah.
have a signed
And that's fairly new
payment
too,
plan
right?
on them, and they're late every year. Signed payment plan, and they miss months all the time. So, again,
Where's that one at?
she is told that she has to pay every month, and she has it signed.
which one
Is that
is-
something that we?
So do you want to wait and see what
see
happens
it.
this tax due date or?
She'll pay this, but then she'll put the next one delinquent for the year.
Which one are we talking about? I'm sorry, I'm trying to,
So you're saying we're
The
constantly
second
chasing
one
a
on
year?
the second page.
second page?
Yep, sorry,
My-
Morrissey.
My
Oh,
eyes are
William
not as good as they
Morrissey.
used to be. Okay, got it. Well, we've had problems with that, well, when I was doing the Lister work, I don't know if we still are, we still having difficulties with that group?
The only thing is, Ashley's having problems with now.
Okay,
Let's go past the buck. Go ahead.
I guess what I would say is let's,
I have a signed payment plan, and that's the kicker too, like, and that's part of, all the state stuff.
so basically by the 15th, you're expecting this will be cleared up, but then it'll be next year's.
October 15th.
Yeah,
This would be, yes.
that'll be the next round.
And theoretically, it'd be better off they paid 2025s and let this one go last.
That should not happen. Should always have to pay the previous before the,
Oh, okay. You're tough.
I mean, it is how it should be.
Well, I guess the flip side,
Mine every year.
the flip side of this that I guess is probably the most irritating part is the fact that it's a business that's got monthly income coming in off their rentals anyway. So the fact that that's obviously, we're
It shows their priorities.
well.
And I speak with her. Like, she calls me and says she's sending. And, it's,
It'll happen.
that's, right. And that's a lot of these people on here.
well, we're part of their money management, I guess, in some fashion.
So we can just wait on that one and take care of these other ones first and
Mhm.
see what happens. I mean, people have the year to pay, but with a signed contract, then they do not have the year to pay anymore. They have month to month. That's normally how it
And
goes.
that's what's not happened.
Right.
I guess the other question is how quickly. I mean, it takes time for a lawyer to work.
Right. So,
So
we'll see what happens.
we're probably going to get beyond October 15th before would anything really happen before
Right.
October 15th at this
So
point.
that's what I think we should just wait on this one and then see what,
And
I can
then-
even ask Mike McClellan,
Okay.
who will do the tax sales, what he would suggest.
Okay.
And then the only other one, Ken Prescott, unfortunately passed away. And he has been delinquent for years. He had $30,000 taken off when the state was paying everybody's taxes. I did hear from
Did you find it?
somebody at the house
second
saying
one.
that the lawyer will be taking care of it.
Oh, got it.
There's
Thank-
any
Oh,
money
yes,
to-
thank you.
For it to be taken care of, so I guess we just wait and see.
I was going to say, so I guess I'd make a motion that we authorize you to lien the
Yep.
estate if at all possible.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Is he on Beacon Heights?
Yes,
I
right
didn't
on the
see the
corner there.
address.
All right, so
Yep.
you made that motion.
I guess I gotta get more.
I'll second it.
Stronger specs.
Donnie seconds it.
Thank you.
All right, there's a motion made and Donnie seconded.
Yep.
All those in favor of the motion made by Robert, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay.
Oh, the only last thing is, this is the lowest the delinquent tax sales have ever been. Or tax,
Amounts.
amounts have ever been.
Good work.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good work.
Thank you.
Thank you, yes.
200,000 down.
Good job.
You sent the right person.
Compliment on how well you've done since you've been doing this job. It's been really, really wonderful.
All right, moving right along. Sarah, to provide update for Recreation Committee.
So I printed out our info that I'll send for you guys. I bullet pointed all the updates, and there's only a few of them I want to address unless you guys have questions.
So to start with, Chris is gonna talk about the chat and shoe really quick, and then you read through it and ask questions, and I'll cover the last two things.
Okay, the Chat and Chew started, our first meeting was in May. And it's meeting now on the second and fourth Tuesday of every month. We've had up to 19 people come. Everybody brings something to eat or drink or a paper good, and we just sit around and talk and enjoy each other's company. One time when Kevin and Bob Underhill came for the first time, there were like 9 new people in town. So they were asking all kinds of questions about Clarendon, and luckily these guys were able to answer in a way that just kept the conversation going. Last week we had a cellist as a surprise visit. She played for about a half an hour. Everybody started singing with songs that we knew.
That's really nice.
Yep. And it's very informal, and I'll run into people in the store or just anywhere, and they'll tell me what they're bringing the next time. It is this date, right? And I had such a good time.
Cool.
So it ended up being a really good thing.
Nice.
So
This
how
is
is
at
that,
the old Grange Hall?
how is that
Yep.
advertised? How do people
Yeah.
find
Oh,
out about
and I have a
that?
question too.
Okay, let me answer. So
Okay.
Carolyn's posted on the Clarendon Facebook page by Ashley and Donna.
Okay,
And then
I-
also we're gonna put a flyer out, and I'll have that posted in here for future. And we're looking at a Thanksgiving and Christmas event.
That sounds great. I just want to say, there's a lot of people who are not on Facebook for a lot of reasons.
Yep.
And I just don't think Facebook is a place where official business, that should be the
It's not
spot.
official.
It's not official, yeah.
Well, even something, I mean, obviously, it's through the rec department, so it is official in
We
my
get
mind.
more people through Facebook than anywhere else. If we posted this on Facebook, we would have to move to a different building.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that it doesn't get out to
And we
everybody.
Oh, it
chose,
is, though.
we chose to kind of keep it this way for now because we wanted to see like how many people are going to come.
Response.
We actually started in the library
never
of just a
heard
few
anything
people, and so now that it's getting bigger, we will look into all that. But we want to make sure.
I
Also,
think
these are all volunteers that are doing this. You
I
know,
think it's
and
great.
Yeah.
I just didn't hear about it because I'm not on Facebook and I don't know how many other people.
We will get a flyer out.
I mean,
Sarah.
even the town,
Go
the
ahead.
website, even your
I was,
town.
I was just gonna
website.
suggest that, Carol. Do you know the dates for the whole year, right? Unless there's a special event.
Every other
That
Tuesday.
could go on the town website, like Carol just said.
Well, it has been, in fact, I've posted it the
Has it
last
been
few
there?
times on Clarendon community page that, I've had Gloria put on the town
Library.
website. And it's the second and fourth
You know,
Tuesdays.
just like the select board
So,
meetings are there. that you
I
can
mean,
read there.
I really don't,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's been on the website because,
Right.
and it's been mentioned here, so it's been on
Right.
Peg TV a few
Yeah.
times.
4 weeks ago, I discussed it here.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I understand there's probably maybe other, alternatives, but,
I think it's great. I'm
Yeah,
just
well,
trying to brainstorm
there's a-
how to get
yeah,
get
there's a
it
Clarendon
going.
community page that's, Ashley and her mother started some time ago, and it's been posted on every
Where's
time for
that?
that.
What's that? On
Clarendon
Facebook?
Vermont Community.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Yeah.
Anyways, I and my wife attended on the last, chew and chat, whatever, and
Shoot.
my wife wants to know if we're gonna have that kind of entertainment, because that was just absolutely thrilling.
That's great.
Maybe. You know,
Special
we
occasions.
invited the cellist. She came and she ate with us after she performed, and I asked her after talking to her to please come back, and she said she would.
Well, that is-
So I
that's
think
tremendous.
she will.
Very cool.
Hey, now I just have a question. I'm carding because I want it to look nice, so I bought tablecloths. I'm carding tablecloths. The rec department supplies the coffee. I'm making the coffee at home and bringing it, and everything that goes with that. Linda at the library, she has posted it on the library's page also, but she's been donating like paper goods and water. But all that stuff has to be brought up and down the stairs. And it's usually me and Bob Stefanski doing that. Is there any way we could get a cabinet in the kitchen at the community center where I can leave that stuff there?
Are they locked or anything at this point?
I don't know if they're
Two of them are
or
locked
not.
to being used. The rest are open, and I did check, and most of them don't have much stuff in them.
Has that request been made to the rec committee or the?
I'm making it now because I don't know who to ask.
So I mean, the community center committee, since they.
Branch. I'll note that.
Yeah.
I'll reach
Can we
out.
drop that to Matt? We
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm
asked
saying. Yeah, it's a mat.
You have Bob's? Okay.
And Bob, yeah.
Oh, you're the community guy?
You
Say
don't,
right
you
in
didn't have to
after
go
that, I know
forward, did you?
I don't see-
Yeah, the campaign.
I don't see that it would be an issue, but it should go through the proper channels.
Absolutely.
I'll email Matt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, just Matt.
I'll email Matt.
Okay.
And you talked to Gloria about putting it on our town page, just say
Okay.
approve that.
Okay. Can I say something else about using the community room? I'm also doing a early ed story time that we started in May. And that's once a month it's been, and I've had between 3 and 4 kids. The parents stay, I supply a snack, they get library cards, and they're asking when is the next one.
Cool.
So that's a good thing too.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
You know, and then one of the mothers that was there the first time, I asked her if she had any ideas of what she would like to see in town. Now I'm figuring she's like 30, and she gave me a whole list of things for use for the community room,
Cool.
which was cool. So,
Well, I for one
focusing
am
on the
happy
chat
to
and
see
chewing
that
story time.
it's being put to good use.
Being proactive down there too.
Yeah.
Haven't done that in a long time. All right, anything else under
I
that?
have 2 things I want, oh yeah, are you done?
yep, I'm done.
Yeah, once you guys are done reading, any questions, then I just want to cover 2 things on the bottom there.
Go for it.
Okay, so event for Veterans Day. At first, I figured it would be kind of a smaller event, and I'm hearing it is not going to be a small event. We're looking to get the band from MRU to come in, and we're looking to do a flag raising ceremony. That'll be on 11/11 at 11 a.m. And so I've got a committee of 5 veterans together who will be planning the ceremony for half an hour, and the rec committee will be putting on a big event. And I don't have all the details yet. I don't really want to put them out there, but I want to get that by you guys. And we probably will need to talk to sheriffs about parking and stuff like that. And I mean, we potentially could have, if the band comes, over 100 people at this event.
Where are you gonna be?
At the rec field.
At the rec field?
Yes,
Okay.
so that's the event. I'm going to get a flyer and put it out here with the rec committee email, so any questions can come through me, so that we've got it streamlined, or to donate or all those things. So I will give you updates on that. But any questions on that event?
Are you guys putting a tent up or any of that kind of stuff?
Yes, we will have tents for weather. We'll have heaters prepared. We're actually serving full meals, and so we'll have round tables out at the field.
Cool. Very nice.
And just looking to honor the vets and possibly do more with some type of memorial later, but that's in discussion right now. And then the last thing, which I forgot to put on here, is, so I can't even remember who told me, but the sheriff was like, man, I'd really like that park to be locked at night. And so we've been discussing that. What we came up with is we'd like to see if someone could help us move the red gate up to the front. And we think our sign says from dusk till dawn. They're still having issues with drug activity in there. It's a pain for the sheriff. We are thinking our committee thinks it should be locked from dawn to dusk, and it shouldn't be open. And in the winter, until we get the pond up and going for skating, we want to have it locked during the winter, but obviously that needs to go through you guys. So that is my question. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, is that something that,
I wouldn't put what's already there from down below the red gates.
That's what I was thinking. I don't.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, to move it up.
So you wouldn't
Leave
or
them
you
gates
would?
there
Why?
and set up another set of gates up there.
Put a second set in.
Yeah.
Do you think we need both sets?
Any deterrent's gonna be a help.
You can actually, if you don't want people down that lower field.
Well, that's true. Yeah, if we have an event or something.
And that
Okay.
was.
I guess
you can
my
actually-
my only question is, how would unlocking and locking go during the season?
That's where we're at. I thought somebody was saying they thought the sheriff opened and closed the gorge, and then they close it in the winter. So I was like, or we've got a highway department that starts at a certain time and closes. Like, I don't know. I'm willing to do it sometimes. I can't commit all the time. I'm right down the street.
Another job description.
But we just think, and the sheriff asked, so I thought about asking them, like, Cash, you were saying sometimes they're only there in the evening, so maybe they can do the evening closing it. Like, I don't know. This is all, we just started talking about it.
Well, Cash, that'd be a good way to lock on a job.
Which one? Can I drop chasing the mice in the town hall?
Well, sure.
Mr. Chairman, I'd make a motion that the selectmen fund the purchase of 2 gates for the outer portion of the rec field.
Yeah, I'd second that.
and in discussion, is there any reason why we have to have a double gate so it shortens span, or is
I don't care how it's done. I'm just saying, well,
You
the
should
selectmen fund pay
One
for
big
it.
gate, they're better off with two small ones.
Okay. I wanted to get that out. All right, there's been a motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. You're gonna start checking on that, right, Sarah?
Yes.
Is
And
that
I thought-
something that
Okay.
can be done? Is that something that you guys could put in?
We could, when we slow down on projects, yeah. Have to move the excavator over there,
Do some other
dig a
things?
hole and set a good post,
Yeah.
two good ones.
Now, have you at all looked at what the cost of gates would be for that, or is that something that,
I have guesstimated buying for my property, you know, probably $300 or $400. I don't know if that's from Tractor Supply. I don't know.
You're just
I-
looking at Tractor Supply.
Contingency? You mean?
There should be money in the selectmen's fund.
You only budget $600 in that fund, and you've already spent that on your tables.
Okay. So I'll alter my motion to come out of contingency.
We put engines
But,
on
you
these.
know, I'll
You're still
second
good
as
with
well.
that?
Yes,
Second.
absolutely.
and all those in favor of the new motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And how much money's in that?
In contingency?
Yeah.
I didn't check there yet. Please hold.
There's money in it.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't priced gates out lately, but they can't be much more than 300
Contingency is
apiece.
$5,000.
That's what
Oh, we have enough.
All right.
That's what I was
I got
thinking
some
too.
contingencies.
We actually have a telephone pole in the town garage down there we can use, right, George?
I would think.
That telephone pole would be good post.
Yeah. Well, actually, what I suggested to you earlier today is that we donate that telephone pole to Mike so he could practice climbing.
I practiced for 35 years. I don't
Anything
wanna
else,
practice
Sarah?
anymore.
Yeah, my last, yes, keep us on track. My last thing is kind of a plea, hint, that before our event, some of the stuff that we've talked about that maybe the highway department could get done would be awesome. I think if you were there like 1 or 1.5 days, it could all be done. Like clearing out that middle so we can get mulch and stuff in. We're hoping we can have that done before November 11th. Whatever can be done to help.
Along that stone wall. You're talking?
In the middle where all the trees were pulled out.
Yep.
And that you were going to
What
clean
we
up.
talked about.
And then I could get mulch in there and stuff and make it look nice for the event.
We need to do some off-site inexpensive projects because our road projects are financially eating us alive, as I was told by the treasurer.
Welcome at the rec field anytime.
Yes, we have a lot of sand to move into the volleyball
Yes.
pit too.
Yeah, that too.
So,
Yeah, I got
but
all of
need
them.
some digging.
Who's gonna do that?
We do it with loader.
Crack the whip. Huh? You guys?
Well, I mean, it's been ready and sitting
Yeah.
there. We just had really bad drainage. I mean, the drainage is terrible over there.
I know.
Yeah, we gotta get that.
And we discussed that, Bob, I'm glad you, because when we did all that field, remember the state was supposed to dig all around there with a new drainage area? All the water that comes off the runways.
Yeah.
And when they filled in that back field, they never opened that up. So instead of going around the northern edge by the transfer station, now it just seeps right into that field.
Could use that.
Okay.
When we
Field,
did
we
the
got
walk,
water.
when we did the walk over there, the engineer who was for the state that worked putting the south end area in there, he's the one that said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go around that, no problem." Well, they never did it. So, but that's another story.
Anyways, I would like to express my continued congratulations for Sarah and your group on the work that you're doing. It's very nice to see.
Nice job. Anything else, Sarah?
No, I don't know if I'm further down the sign. Is that on the agenda?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I'll run by that real quick. So Mike just happened to stop by, so he knows where I'm talking about, so
Yep.
he can run that by you guys. I'd like to put a sign on my property. The post will be 8 to 10 feet. The sign will be 36 inch by about 3 feet or a little bit more square, and there will be like 4 signs hanging below it, and that's to talk about all the properties on our street, like Holden's Memorial and Borderline Insanity and the golf course. So we want to put signs on my property. It's 30 feet from the road. And Mike can tell you it doesn't block anything,
No.
but that's what I'm
So
asking.
Because you're next to 103, it might be.
Yeah.
50 feet.
You got to check that because you're in the state
Okay. I'll put
rules. And
The size
speaking
is
as an individual who has had issues in the past with the state, be very careful because they will declare a billboard just like that and it will be gone.
Yep.
So you got to be really careful.
Yeah, I was gonna do like wood carved ones. And,
Yeah, they don't care.
I mean,
Okay.
it
If
is
you
written
are
down in the.
if you are advertising another business on your property, it is technically a billboard. So and it falls under the billboard law. So that's why. Full disclosure, that's why at the fair for the month of August, we only have our sponsors on the fence for the month of August. Then they have to come down because otherwise we become a billboard.
3
So if
weeks.
they're temporary. And they're
But that's only because we hold an event in the month of August. And that's why
maybe
we're
I'll
allowed
just
to
hold
do
a
it.
couple events.
So
The trailer guys.
and then and you have to be able to prove they're a sponsor of your event too. You can't just do it. So it gets very complicated. I'm just warning you because very very quickly they'll swoop in and they'll just say it's a billboard and you're done.
Remember when the trailer guys put that sign up down there across from Marge's place,
Yeah,
and they had to
I do.
take that damn thing
Yep.
down, and then they put a smaller one, but they had to move it back.
There's technically something in the regulation. I don't have it like off the top of my head, but something about not advertising another business on your property. It's basically what it falls under.
Okay, let me look. I'll look up that stuff.
Yes.
So, but do you guys have any say in it? Like, if they say that's fine or however that works, do you guys have a problem with it? Like, I wanted to run that by you guys.
Doesn't it go through zoning?
Well,
I would say it'd have to go through
You have to
you
get
guys.
a permit. Well, not me anymore.
Well,
but
not yeah.
permit.
Your old
have to-
stomping grounds.
Yeah, just the zoning administrator has to give you a permit.
And
You
it's
apply
not
for a
very big,
permit.
if I remember right. It's only like
Yeah, it's
48 feet or something, 48 square feet or something. If you'd applied with more.
Your biggest problem is going to be making the state happy.
it's the state laws that are going to be more cumbersome for you than the town.
They changed it all since.
Because within a state road, the only thing allowed last I knew is those informational. You have to purchase them from the state, and they're those informational rectangular things that you see. The black and
Historic
whites.
society, historic.
Well, they can be anything, and they do let businesses buy them.
Yes.
When I was down with you looking at that, I didn't see any issues where you wanted to place that.
Yeah, it's pretty far from the road. It
But
might even be farther.
The laws have changed with the state after they put the, that part of the, solar
Billboard.
panels and all this stuff across the road. Remember they
Yeah.
wanted and we had a big argument with the sign that they wanted to put up there. I don't think they ever finally never put it up, did they?
I don't know. But like I say, I would just check. It's going to be the state regulations that are going to be the biggest. And once they get involved, it's not fun, is all I'll tell you.
Alright, anything else?
No, that's good.
Okay, moving right along.
Yep, fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks permit. And it's, on 951 Airport Road. And it's permit for September 13th.
We've done this, I think, before. Isn't that one we've issued in the past?
So, sounds familiar.
Does sound familiar.
Shireen?
Yeah,
Yes.
Thompson?
Their grandsons come or something every year. And
It's every year that we do
Yeah.
it. As far as I'm aware, there has not been any issues, so I'll make a motion we approve.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? And it's signed by the chair.
Yep.
All right, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Good enough. All right, cleaning contract.
Who's got that?
I didn't see it listed.
It was
Yeah.
added.
It's
He added it to begin.
It
Oh,
just
okay.
came in the mail today,
Yeah.
and
We'd already agreed. We just needed the signature from them.
We drafted it, right?
We
It's
did.
drafted
We
from you.
drafted it.
Yep.
Yeah, they signed it.
So I'll
then
make a
we just have
motion
to
that
sign.
the chairman
Yeah, the dates would be
Sign-
July 1st to June 30th.
make a motion that the chairman executed on our behalf.
I'll second it.
Absolutely.
All right, been motion made, seconded. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? Okay. And we have to have a witness. In the presence of a witness. Anybody want to be a
I can
witness?
sign it, that's fine.
Sure.
All right. All right, nothing under old business. Town officers and committee member report. Heidi?
So the tax bills went out towards the end of last week, and we've already seen tax payments coming in, which is a good thing for us so we can pay our bills. Nothing else really to report.
All right. Kevin, you have anything?
Nope, things are going well, just answering questions regarding first Monday after the tax bill. People calling and coming in.
Kim, do you have anything else?
I do not.
Okay. Moving right along. If we want to go to executive session, so before we do that, do you have any concerns as a selectman?
I'm all set.
George?
The only concern I have is sort of ongoing, and it dovetails into what Carol was saying about the people that are not on Facebook, which I'm one of. Fortunately, I have a private source into our chew and chat, so when I'm not sure when it is, I ask Kevin. And so I think we need to think seriously about a better way of getting communication out there. Yes, we have the website. How many people look at it? I think there's a count that happens when people go there. And I have no idea how many people use the Facebook, but there is no concrete way that we can reach every citizen unless we do a mailing that I know of. And even then, of course, they have to read it. It just frustrates me that things like this happen, that we don't have a good way of getting the word out. So,
You might try sending it to school principals. You would at least get it out through the
their
mailing.
parent letters.
Yeah, I mean, I would check with the superintendent about that, but I would think something like what you're talking about, a community event. They have lots of community events.
Yep.
It might work. I don't know.
Well, I'm happy to do that.
I don't have any concerns. Rob?
No, just to dovetail off what Carol chatted about a while ago. There's a lot of discussion and a lot of things to come out of this, and so I just would encourage people to be paying attention to the rollout of Act 73.
Yep.
Some of the things that have already come out of it. Speaking from the independent school side, we are already the collateral damage to Act 73, which is really discouraging. But it's certainly something everybody should be watching, because before it's done, it's going to affect everybody.
Thank you for that. Now I don't know if I can sleep tonight. Donnie?
No, I have no concerns, Mr. Chairman.
All right, I entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Make that motion.
And is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you, everyone, for coming down.